Video 14. 4 Theories of Reality. In the previous video, we have talked about the distinction between reality and phenomenon, which are allied with the notions of visible and invisible things. All the visible things are included in the category of phenomenon. Further, our knowledge about visible things is ultimately based upon our assumptions about invisible things. The main examples of invisible things are pure matter, life, mind and consciousness, as well as the religious entities like God, soul, evil and heaven. Now it is possible to state that the so-called invisible things are different versions of the reality, that is the original cause of universe. In this connection, the subject of philosophy can be divided into two main branches, namely ontology and epistemology. The literal meaning of ontology is science of being, and we interpret it as the study of original cause or reality. In simple way, the aim of ontology is to propose the theory of reality for integrating the diverse forms of phenomena. How can we deliberate about reality, or how do we get knowledge about reality or original cause which is invisible? In order to answer this question, it may be noted that we get knowledge about an object by two contrasting approaches, namely content view and process view. When we consider the static or permanent existence of a thing, that is a substance including its properties, we are adopting the content view. For example, the properties of this computer are described under content view. The laws of classical science as well as ordinary perception of world belong to content view. On the other hand, process view is concerned with the description about the circumstances causing change in the object. This computer has permanent existence today, but it may be destroyed tomorrow due to some circumstances. Process view is adopted to describe the change happening to the computer. A few more points may be given as clarification. The term process means activity. That is, change is a process or activity caused by a set of circumstances or factors, collectively called context. Accordingly, process view about a thing consists of the descriptions of the related context causing change. The thing itself is not considered for the study. The above points may be applied to the notion of reality or original cause conceived in Western philosophy. It is explained below. The ancient Greek philosophers wanted to go from the experience of worldly things to the notion of reality by adopting the path of logical reasoning or reason. In order to describe their pursuit, we would introduce here the notion of four worldviews. It may be recalled that knowledge under different subjects are developed by combining theory and experience, alternatively theory and experiment. The population of theories can be divided into four classes called worldviews. We may treat the four worldviews as the final classification of the mega set of theories of all subjects. So, we can say that a worldview is the set of common basic ideas found in the broadest family of theories. In other words, a worldview contains the essential ideas of all theories having family resemblance. Then the list of four worldviews used for classifying the range of theories into the largest groups is given below. 1. Organic worldview. 2. Spiritual process worldview. 3. Mechanistic worldview. 4. Physical process worldview. Based on these four worldviews, the Western philosophers have proposed four respective theories of reality, which would form the subject of ontology. Corresponding to the above said worldviews, the ontological theories are idealism, mysticism, materialism and physical process respectively. The four worldviews and the corresponding ontological theories are outlined below briefly. Organic worldview and idealism would aim to answer the question, is there purpose or design in nature? It wants to compare the universe with an organism that has many parts in harmonious relation and hierarchical order. In a human being, the physical body exists with numerous cells, tissues and organs which work together in order to achieve the purpose of metabolism and other life-related activities. The Greek philosophers, mainly Socrates, Plato and Aristotle, proposed the organic worldview about the purposeful existence of universe. If universe is an organism, what is its reality? According to said philosophers, since the phenomenal world has purpose, it is reasonable to assume the existence of an agent or being who owns the ideas of purpose. In other words, purpose implies a mind which has that idea. This leads to the view that the reality is a supreme mind which possesses all good ideas used for designing the natural things in a hierarchical order. This theory of reality is famously called as idealism and it adopts content view. We may add that idealism assigns only an inferior status to matter, though it is the opposite aspect of mind. The theory that reality is supermind is in conformity with a religious doctrine called theism, which includes the two versions, namely polytheism and monotheism. Plato developed his idealist philosophy in the context of polytheism, assuming numerous gods. But the subsequent philosophy of Aristotle paved the foundation of monotheism, which assumes the existence of a supreme personal God, as in Judaism and Christianity. Now we may introduce the term metaphysics, which traditionally denotes the abstract and logical knowledge about reality as supreme mind. Idealism and mysticism are the most important doctrines of metaphysics. The position called metaphysical realism asserts that supernatural or metaphysical entities have existence just because we have defined them using abstract and rational concepts. It can be expected that there are serious confusions when this line of thought is subjected to critical analysis. As per the foregoing, idealism is a metaphysics that leads to the philosophy of religion adopting theism. We may add that the theology of Roman Catholic Church was developed later by Saint Augustine, Saint Anselm and Saint Thomas Aquinas, providing famous arguments for the existence of God. In contrast, the second worldview is called as spiritual process worldview. It is alternatively known as mysticism. Here the original cause or reality is a divine force that works inside worldly things. That is, God is immanent in nature. Here we can see a long history of ontological doctrines such as Stoicism, Neoplatonism, Pantheism, Monadology, Historicism and Panentheism. The most influential philosophers in this broad area are Spinoza, Leibniz, Hegel, Whitehead and Teilhard Chardin. Notably, there is a practice to use the term process philosophy for referring to this area of thought. We may note that Panentheism is the modification of Pantheism in the recent decades of 20th century. We will discuss in next video the features of the third and fourth theories of reality called materialism and physical process respectively. Please subscribe to this YouTube video series. Thank you for watching.